The government, who last night survived a Dáil vote to scrap an upcoming ban on the commercial sale of turf. Rural TDs in both Fine Gael and Fianna Fáil voted with the government. That's despite voicing their anger at the turf ban in recent days.
I think most people would admit that it was very clumsily handled. We do need to protect the environment. I think everybody is in agreement on that. But we can't ban something until we have an alternative in place, and I think that's the issue. I mean, turf is used less and less as it is. One Fianna Fáil TD is quoted at a meeting as having said, I spent my youth and my childhood and youth in the bog saving turf. If I asked my children to go there now, they'd call Tusla. So people are saving less turf. But for many across rural Ireland, and indeed some bigger towns, maybe even like Ennis and some of the other bigger towns across Clare, they rely on turf to heat their homes, and no alternative is being put in place. Yes, there's a retrofitting scheme, but you need to have a huge sum of money available to you to avail of that retrofit scheme. You're reimbursed half of it, but a lot of people don't have 30, 40, 50, 60,000 euros sitting in a bank account to retrofit their homes.
Could they burn wood? I mean, we're hearing that
the
emissions from turf are a serious component, and the turf emits as many particles of smoke as smoky coal, which we take a dim view of.
But even with regard to wood, there's a proposed ban on certain types of wood, that wood has to be kiln dried. Again, I don't have a problem with people burning kiln dried wood once facilities are put in place across the county and across the country to produce that. But I mean, if we're going to be importing kiln dried wood, then that defeats the purpose, because you're going to have carbon emissions used in the import of it. It's the same with regard to the penalisation of hauliers that's going on. We don't have an alternative at the moment. So while they're taxing diesel, taxing green diesel, taxing other types of fuel, and I mean, our freight train transport is hopelessly behind other countries. In fact, CIE stopped. They had a parcel delivery service where you could drop a parcel off to any of the stations, Bird Hill, Ennis, whatever station is near you, 6 Mile Bridge, and have it delivered in Dublin so that somebody could pick it up there. That's a service that was cancelled. So now you have couriers moving around using more carbon. So I think we need a lot of joined-up thinking and a bit of forethought before we announce measures like this. I don't have a problem with moving people in a particular direction once the alternatives are in place.